Are live. Welcome to the Jersey Boys Sports Talk. We are live out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Welcome to the Jersey Boys Sports Talk, hosted by Byron Jones and Victor Arocho. We got some background somewhere. Who's got some background there?
Oh, let me turn the TV off.
Let me move this a little bit here. I'm gonna bring you back in there. All righty. Brought to you by the Sportscast. Today is November 9th, 2023. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the Sportscast on all our channels, YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, iTunes. Also, go to your podcast on Stitcher, on Spotify. Look up Jersey Boy Sports Talk or your Purple podcast on your iPhone. Leave us a rating and review. It'll help us out tremendously. If you like what you're seeing on the show coming live or you like what you're seeing afterwards, please smash that subscribe button, hit the notifications. You get to hear us talk. We only talk with smart sports fans. So you're a smart sports fan, you want to join our show, you're always welcome to join our show. Leave your comments. We will reply to all comments either by text or by video. We enjoy talking to our fans and to people that agree or disagree with us. The art of sport is debate. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube every Thursday at 8 p.m. Go to the YouTube channel. You can hear all our shows. There's a playlist. And let's get going. Mr. Byron Jones, are you ready to get going today? We got a special guest here. How are you doing today, Mr. Byron? You're not one of your vacation spots, you're big
next
big
week.
Baller.
Next week, Poconos.
Big baller. Oh, man. Poconos is AC and Poconos. Those are two spots, huh?
Myrtle Beach, Williamsburg, and somewhere else in between there.
Man, must be nice to be retired and have all that money and stuff.
Man, I'm a poor kid from the ghetto of Perth Amboy, man.
Yeah,
come on.
Stop crying.
Stop the ghetto.
Stop your lying. Stop your lying. Well, we got a lot to talk about today. Today's show, we're gonna talk about oh shoot, what I have here. We're gonna talk about obviously we're talking about the NFC East, the Giants. We're gonna talk about the disaster of the Giants with Daniel Jones is out for the season. We're gonna talk. Me and you're gonna go at it with that one. We're gonna talk about DeVito, the Jersey boy, see how he does. Dallas Philly game, the Commanders and the Patriots. And also, we're going to talk about the Dolphin game, too, because we got Mr. Paul from the here we go, let me get it correctly, WCFL Dolphins Talk Show. He has his own podcast. We're going to talk about that. He's been a 50-year Dolphin fan, so God bless him for that. So he's seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. I've been down here for 20 plus years. I still have a tough time trying to root for the Dolphins, but I like to see them win. Don't worry about that. All righty, so let's get going. Paul, welcome to our show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Awesome. We're excited to have you. And I listened to your show a few times, and I got a quote that you said from, I think it was last week's thing, so I'm going to bring it up a little bit later in the show. And hopefully we can talk about what we're going to talk about now. So, but let's get into what we normally do first with the Giants. All right, Mr. Byron, you got to help out here. Talk to me about the debacle that is the debacle of just.
Yo, can we be honest?
I would hope that
I would be honest right now.
Okay, the hope.
This team.
Wait, time out. Yes, I expect you to be honest. But knowing you, which you denied deflect.
Oh, no, I ain't going to deny this one. Not this one.
I don't know. Byron is an honest man. I don't think he honestly will say he agree with something he said on recording, but he is an honest, good man. Go ahead.
This team is 1970s suck. That's the only way you can say it. They're every week they look like they're unprepared. Uncoachable. They're just a bad football team. And it started, going back all the way to the first game when they got beat 40. They just look unprepared constantly. And now you have Daniel Jones got injured, because of the usual, because of non-blocking and the guy bumped into him or whatever happened. And now he's done, and probably his career as a Giant might possibly be over. because they might be looking at another quarterback for next year. But they did this kid an injustice for the last 5 years. I with the Giant fan thing, I look at that, and a lot of people were wishing injuries and this and that. So now we're gonna have a true Jersey guy back there, Mr. Tommy DeVito from was it Don Bosco, I think, high school up north, in Jersey, and one of the power, the private schools that are power. But there's nothing you really can say how bad this team is. Defensively, they stink. Since they traded Leonard Williams, it's a little bit of a mess in the middle. The linebackers, Okereke and McFadden are playing well. And then you have the dissension now, which I'm sure you didn't hear about this, with Xavier McKinney is running this pie hole, saying that the coaches don't listen to the captains. What is there to listen to? You suck. There's nothing to listen to. That's how the other two coaches got fired, because they lost the locker room. Once you lose a locker room, you're done. And because this guy's running his pie hole, it's going to be a problem.
All right, so let me ask you a question. Man, because almost everything I agree with you. One, why do you think they traded Leonard Williams? You think he wanted out, or they tried to get something for him?
Well, they asked for, according to reports today, they were saying they asked him first, did he want to be traded? They did ask him, did he want to go? But then he's also a $32 million hit at the end of the year. So I'm pretty sure they don't want to pay, all that money for, a 30-year-old defensive tackle that gets 5 or 6 sacks, a year. He's a good locker room guy. He's a great guy, good locker room guy. Was stout against the run, but you don't pay $32 million for a guy that's going to get 5 or 6 sacks. You don't pay that kind of money.
So did they say did he say yes?
Yeah, he said yes, and that's why he's sitting in Seattle.
Okay. Well, Seattle's not a bad place for him to go, though.
No,
they're better than Giants. Okay.
Anybody's better than Giants.
So I had faith in Dable. I have lost faith in Dable. Right? Because it seems like, as bad as the Giants are, and I didn't want to blame him at first, it seems like he's always yelling at them when they're coming off the field. And game time isn't the time. Like, you got to be prepared before the game.
Really?
So him yelling at them is telling me he's yelling at too many guys. Then are they not listening to you beforehand? Are you becoming, maybe we need an old school coach there, right? That's not a player's coach, because you need some discipline. Something's wrong there. They're playing terrible. Paul, I want to let you go now and get your opinion on this. Brian, this is our 4th season with Jersey Boy Sports Talk, and the Giants weren't that good when we first started, and we feel worse today than we did when we first started our podcast 4 years ago. Okay, when
I understand
Manning
that
was on his way out, right? And I didn't like what they did to my boy Eli Manning, so just disgusted. But I think Dable. I question Dable. I don't think he's got, because he lost the locker room, like you said, and I think that there's a point where some teams you got to be a player's coach, and you got to handle these players a little bit different today than you did in the past. But I think there is a time that you got to put your foot down. Your job is on the line. Sternness, you're getting paid a lot of money. You got to perform.
But how is he going to put his foot down? I think he sold us a bag of fool's gold, because they started off 7-2. They're 4-19 from last year, between the end of last year and now. They only come on. Most people get fired, for this kind of stuff, but he ain't getting fired. He'll get another year and whatever. But him too. He's a problem.
Yep. Paul?
Yeah, it's what I've seen. They look lost. Like, they don't know what they're doing out there. And yeah, it starts with the coach, really. It starts with the coach. The coach is the one who's supposed to have these guys ready.
And they don't look prepared on offense or defense. Even Wink Martindale hit 40 points, the first game, 30. Come on, man.
Well, like I said, they just look lost out there on the field.
It's bad.
I mean, it's like, I mean, some of the guys I talked with, they said it looked like we were playing high school kids.
It's listen, but they're sporadic. I mean, I thought the Dolphins, when we played the Dolphins, I was scared. Look, I thought Dolphins were going to put up 70 points on them, right? And they lost, but they didn't look so bad. Then they go another week and they look totally terrible, right? I thought the Bills were going to put up 90 points. Then they play okay, and then the next week we look terrible. It's just,
Well, it's just like us. They're inconsistent with some things. They don't have their consistency down. They don't. Either the coach is changing things up each game, or the players are not trying to do the same thing each game. They're trying to change things up to win a game when they're actually reverting backwards.
And look, they kept the kicker. We lost to the Jets, missing 2 field goals with a kicker they knew he was injured.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy, you're a kicker. You're 64% is your field goal percentage. That's terrible.
But if he's a veteran kicker, and his thing is probably like, he probably told him, yeah, I can do it. That's what he probably told him.
Yeah. Well, I wanted him gone when we played Dallas. That's how early I wanted.
That's a long time ago. That's too early,
man. Nah, I wanted him gone then. When he missed, we got the extra point block, then he missed another one. Second, we miss a field goal for me with a team that has a problem on offense. Get rid of that guy. We need some kind of scoring.
When they blocked the field goal against the Cowboys, that was our turnstile right tackle, Evan Neal, missing a block. That's how I got blocked that day. That was Turnstile's fault. It all started, with that game.
Okay. So now Tommy DeVito, which is funny when I would say the word DeVito because I think of Danny DeVito, right? Tommy DeVito, listen. I'm hoping that this kid takes a page out of Brock Purdy's playbook. Right? Now I can hope, I can wish. The only reason I say that, me playing as an athlete, and me look at, I didn't get into coaching because back in the day when we were growing up, there was no money in coaching, right? Unless you were the head coach, right? But assistant coaches, college coaches, nobody was making money. Now they're making money, right? All I'm saying is that you would think that you see that, backup quarterbacks, Geno Smith, these quarterbacks that Matt Cassell, Garoppolo, Jimmy G, now Purdy comes up, that look, put in your time, put in your work, you're going to have that opportunity you have the opportunity. It's no longer, okay that you're second, third, that you can come and do something. Look at Dobbs. I don't care what anyone could say. That kid played phenomenal for the Vikings. To be his first debut and come back and lead a 4th-quarter touchdown to win the game. By the way, I picked the Vikings. Okay. Yeah, Byron, I killed you, bro. I was like 12-2, I think.
You were 11. 11 is right now. I looked already.
Okay, what were you?
Okay.
What were you?
8-6. 8. It was 8.
Oh, was it? Okay. Yes, because I picked the Jets. But anyways, look at Dobbs did good job. So all I'm just saying is that hopefully these kids are preparing themselves, but the coach got to give them the opportunity because every time DeVito's got in, all they did was run. He isn't throwing a pass.
I wonder why. Yeah, no, he did because he got 2 interceptions. Yeah, he threw a couple.
Oh, he's already got 2 interceptions.
But one bounced off of Slayton, and one of them he threw right to the guy. So yeah, he's threw a couple. So you really, me personally, there was a reason why he was an undrafted free agent. There's a reason why, and that's the reason why they don't look like to prepare him. He didn't look like he was prepared the first game that he got in. So then they put him in there. A couple things to try, but he looks like he wants to run. But their thing is that probably is like, if the guy's not wide open, run. And that's what it looks like they're doing with him. But
there goes my Brock Purdy, because Brock Purdy didn't throw an interception in his first like 10 games.
and let's throw this out there too. The Giants have given up 49 sacks so far. And let's see, I think they had like 35 against when they played the Cowboys the first time. So they might have probably about 10 the next, when they play them on Sunday.
Paul, what do you think?
Anything's possible. Anything's possible. You got to believe once in a while.
Woo!
And I believe the Giants are going to have their first draft pick.
Well,
Decent.
Is there any decent quarterback you think? You think that Caleb kid is good enough?
He's a fumbler too, man. 30 fumbles, since like 2019 or 20, whatever. He fumbles too because he's looking to make the big play.
Who was the last big time a USC quarterback?
Was any good?
Yeah.
Carson Palmer.
Oh yeah, I like.
Yeah, you got to go back a ways.
Yeah, because Sanchez was.
Sanchez, Matt Leinart,
Matt Leinart. Yeah, those were all Pete Carroll days, right?
But you also remember with Caleb Williams, he's also a product of Lincoln Riley. He did Baker Mayfield, Jalen Hurts, this kid. So he does pump out the quarterbacks, but the results are mixed. Jalen, yes. Mayfield's playing well, but it's like his fourth team, but we'll see how it is. And they got the other kid, Drake May from North Carolina. It's pretty good. Penix, the guy from Washington, pretty good. I don't think, what's his name? Deion's going to let his son come out early. So he's already said that, you ain't coming out this year.
What year? He's a junior?
Yeah, he's junior, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nah, he shouldn't come out. He needs another year under his belt, especially playing at that level. Because look, they're not.
I think they all do, really.
You all do what?
All the college kids, they should not allow them to come out in their junior year. I don't care how good they are. They just need that extra play time, that extra experience and everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the running back position is a position you could come out early. You're at your prime. You're young, you're super strong, you're at your highest testosterone level. I think the quarterback position is tough, right? To play only 12 games. That's why, whatever you want to say about some of these kids, but like Brock Purdy and some of these kids that played well that came out, they played 4 years of college football. They played like 40 football games, you know what I mean? And look at Patrick Mahomes. When did he come out?
Junior.
It was 15.
His senior year. Well, he had a lot of games under his belt. You know what I mean? But when you come out and play 1 year,
that's when they should come out. They come out earlier. It's just they may be looking great, but to transfer all of a sudden from college to pro, we all know it's a big change, no matter what position it's in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, but now the incentive for those kids is saying because they got the NIL money, so a lot of them might stay because they're going to be making more staying wherever they are than coming to the NFL on a rookie contract the first year.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you on that, because if they're that good in college, they're going to get all that extra money that they need to help pay for things if they aren't, or whatever. But they come out their rookie, come out in junior as a rookie. They're not going to get but a minimum contract because they still got to prove themselves.
Yeah, they're going to get like whatever, like the first pick is usually like a slotted, whatever the amount is that year, because I think it goes up 2 or 3%. So whatever's there, that's all they're going to get. That's the best thing. That the quarterback Sam Bradford. The reason why they put that cap is because of him. Because all the money that he got when he first came, like $100 million, whatever, when he first came out, and that's why they put that cap in for the rookies, because of the money he got.
Eric Winters, welcome to the Jersey Boy Sports Talk.
What's going on, fellas?
All righty. Hey, we're talking about Tommy DeVito from the Giants. We're talking about Daniel Jones' injury, and then we're talking about college football players and who's in the play for next year, and also Paul's opinion is that the kids should not come out early their junior year. They should play more football. Byron makes a good point that, now with the NIL money, they can make more money staying longer than they would in their rookie year and their rookie cap in their contract. The beauty about that, Byron, that, even though you had made a comment, and I want to ask you a question, how NIL may damage football, college football. I want to ask you about that. But before I do, the event where it helps college football is if what you're saying is correct, and I think there's some good logic behind it, they're going to stay longer in college. It's going to produce better NFL players, right? They're making more money, but then they got to go, right? And then they go, they have their money. It should make better players because they're staying longer. And that goes to Paul's point as well, right? So back to the NIL, how have you seen it? Where have you seen it? You think it's affected the college game, one, and two, I think if anything, to be honest with you, I think the transfer portal affected college football more than the NIL money.
Yeah, you're right about that. The second part with the transfer portal, because now you're getting all these kids that are just jumping to all these different schools. So now when you're recruiting, that high school kid, why would I want to go with a high school kid when I can get this guy over here, it's got, 2 years in or 3 years in or whatever, and just, plug him in my program. With the high school kid, you're going to, have him come aboard. He has, learn, the terminology, the training and all the different, going to school and all this other. When this other guy is already, accustomed to doing, that's the biggest difference. The transfer portal is, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing.
Well, I mean, look how much it affected Florida State, and Florida State went from nothing to. They're going they possibly be playing for national championship. That was pretty quick. And it's a lot affected through the transfer portal. Right?
Yeah, but they plugged in certain guys. They didn't do like Colorado did. Look what Colorado did. They've just swiped them all out, like two or three guys.
I think there's only 2 players on the team that were.
They swooped but as long as you plug, like if a need, all right, I need a wide receiver. I need, a corner. I need an edge rusher, just plug it in, that's cool, plug it in. But when you do like Colorado did, and you swoop all these guys in from different programs, it might work. And then again, not so much.
It might not. Yeah.
Right.
As far as I got to say, go Knowles.
Yeah, I'm happy. Just not happy that my kids graduated. Now they're good. I didn't think I'd have 7 years of paid college to have a terrible team while my kids were there. Now my kids are out and they're, I wanted to go to the game this weekend, and I still can go to the games, but it would be nice that I'm going and my kids are still there, right? Now I got to pay for everything. But I think that the transfer portal also helped. The Jalen Hurts. It helped our boy from Cincinnati, Caleb Williams. It helped Joe Burrows. Right? Think about it, right? Because before, Byron, when we played in college, you had to sit out a year when you transferred. Yep. You lost a year.
Yep.
Right? You don't lose a year. And that would have made a huge difference, especially JUCO, right? Or smaller schools. You can go there, perform, and then immediately transfer and play. Right? And so you can't do that now. And so I don't think the NIL really has affected much. There was a show, I was watching Deion Sanders' show, and, when Saban made a comment about one of the kids making $1 million, and, those two in a commercial, and they were like, well, I don't think they're doing a commercial together. And then Deion Sanders and Nick Saban were talking on the thing, and he goes, everything was good. And he goes, Coach, it was awesome. It was, he goes, I know what you were talking about. Prime is pretty cool. He lets things rub off him. Yeah. I still think he's going to do a good job as a coach. I only think that it's his first year at that level, and his team's not big enough. Like both sides of the line, they're small.
His offensive line sucks like a Giants' offensive line.
Well, they're just small. Both sides are small. You know what I mean? But anyhow, let's move on from there to the Giants and the ACL and Danny Jones. Let me ask you a question. He's not guaranteed that $90 million, right? He's guaranteed on part of it.
He's getting 82.
He's guaranteed. Hey, let me tell you something. Just sticking with the Giants, Antonio Pierce still looks like he can play.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying, I love this. I love Antonio Pierce. Seeing him,
I do too.
Seeing him made me happy. I don't care if he was on the Raiders or not. It just made me happy. All right. let's get into Eric joined at the right time because we're going to go right to the next game and the Dallas Philly game. So Byron, you start this one off. Come on, you head up some of the conversation with Eric and Paul. Go ahead.
I'm going to be I think I picked the Cowboys. Did I?
Yeah, you
I think
did.
I did.
They got
robbed.
Philly.
They got robbed. Dak didn't
step out.
Dak didn't step out. When he's diving for the pylon,
he stepped out, dude.
They need a different camera for that. And then when the tight end, caught the ball, in the end zone,
he wasn't in the end zone.
He was in the end zone.
His knee was down.
His knee was down on the other side. He was in the end zone. He was good. That's all I got to say about that. I'm good now.
All right. Paul, before we let Eric's a Philly fan, so we're gonna let Eric go because I know Eric got something to say.
Philly. Since I want to know, since when do referees stop calling chokeholds as a hold?
It's from Philadelphia. They don't call anything. It's good. It's all good. It's all good.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
They teach you how to do a chokehold.
Yeah. Eric and Mr. Winters knows about that.
All right, Eric. So tell us what you think about the game against the Dallas. And it was close. It was closer than I thought without a defensive score.
The game was where it was supposed to be at. I told you guys last week it was going to be about the trenches. Mm-hmm. And do it get rough in there? Yeah, well, bring your big boy pads. That's all I got to say about that. Like, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, it's entertainment. It did what it's supposed to do. More than, 90,000? Well, I ain't going to go that extreme. There's a lot of people that watch that game, hoping for one of the two teams to not to underperform, but they actually both performed. Just the last 5 minutes of the game, it kind of went haywire. But, I mean, it was a good game. There's nothing else really to say about it. On to the next.
Is this Saul's brother?
Yeah. Yep. Yes.
Okay. You know who I am, Saul. I mean,
we got Paul from
I know
WCFL
exactly who you are.
All right, good. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, well,
he's been on my show. He's a good guy.
I'm going to give you my insights of the game. I'm going to get a little bit technical now. All right. First of all, Dallas played better than I expected. I really thought that if they didn't get defensive scores, Philly won't blow them out. Because that's what I thought. So Dallas played better than I was expecting. I did expect Philadelphia to win. 2, I thought Sirianni made a dumb challenge call that almost cost him the game. Lost a timeout when it was already I don't even understand how they even took his timeout away. And I don't even understand why they even let him challenge that call. Right? So it cost him a timeout, which almost cost him the game. Okay. So that confused me. I thought, I will tell you, Eric, I've been wanting to tell you a couple of times that I stand corrected, man. Them throwing to AJ Brown is something else, man. He's special. That guy is special. Big, strong. He's just awesome. Really, really good. I still think Jalen is not at 100%. I think that I think he's not at 100% yet. Hopefully, he gets gets to the 100% level. I'm going to tell you that I think Dallas again is. I think Mike McCarthy's a terrible coach. I think Dak, when you need him, can't win the game. I thought they did a poor job on clock management. They needed to rush. They delayed way too long. They needed 2 scores. They took their time. And they still had a chance to win the game. They took their time. I don't understand that there was no sense of urgency.
There was an off-schedule play in the fourth quarter that I believe Dak tried to do something that wasn't needed, and he called a play that wasn't supposed to be called. He's supposed to just snap the ball, down it, and then you figure out what you're going to do from there. What he did was do his own thing on that play, which kind of probably
wasted 40 seconds. Wasted like 40 seconds.
Yeah,
he should have downed the ball. He had like
he did what he
didn't
did.
down
He
the
did
ball.
what Dak does. He did like crazy stuff. he almost panicked, damn near, seemed like. And then, like I said, the penalties after that just didn't make no sense to me. Like the fourth quarter was just a little crazy because it was 28-14. Game seemed like it was over. The side took his foot off the our defensive coordinator took his foot off the off the neck of these guys. And then, like you said, Sirianni made a decision that none of us would have made, not even on Madden. Not to go after that, not for that play.
No,
but
shouldn't have done it.
Well,
it was all. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm happy we won. I mean, 8-1, you take them how you get them. Like, it's hard to win in the league.
I just wanted to break it down to, again, McCarthy and Dak just doing, not doing.
But who's going to be out of there, Dak or McCarthy first?
Neither.
McCarthy.
No, he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, McCarthy's gone.
No.
McCarthy's gone. He's got to be. I think Dak.
Who's up next though? Who's the next up and coming?
Any puppet Jerry Jones can get.
The offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Offensive coordinator. Oh yeah, right.
You got to remember that
that
McCarthy got what he wanted. He wanted to call the offense. He's called the offense. We questioned him last year when he made bad calls against Philadelphia. There was no sense of urgency. They didn't down the ball. They weren't rushing to get they needed 2 scores. It was poor execution offensively, right? And then on the Philadelphia side, I warned you the week before, Eric, that you guys got to chill out on your penalties. Your penalties are high, and you guys had a lot of penalties, right? And that's gonna hurt. That's gonna come to bite you. If they don't get that under control, because, you almost gave them that score if it wasn't for Dallas being such Dallas, right? Making bad plays, I told you your penalties are a little higher than they need to be.
It's almost like they playing street ball almost. Like it just,
for a team that's 8-1, you shouldn't have that many penalties like that. I mean, remember, I even gave you let me see what you got here.
Oh, Eagles had penalties? Since when?
They don't call penalties in Philadelphia. What's wrong with you?
Hey, no stinking penalties.
Not in Philly. If the
they did that fourth quarter. I'm gonna tell you that.
Okay.
Hey,
listen.
Just like Eric says, the fans meet the referees before they go in and when they come out.
This is how poorly. This is how poorly this game was against 2 teams that are supposed to be good. Both teams had 10 penalties, and Philly had 10 penalties for 93 yards, and Dallas had 10 penalties. No, Philly had 10 penalties for 98 yards. That's 100 yards. And Dallas had 10 penalties for 83 yards. That's bad. That's 20 penalties for 200. Wait a second. That's bad football all the way around, which is what I said. Most of it was in the fourth quarter. And then the week before, remember, Eric? I said, Eric, you guys got to chill on the 100 yards and penalties. That's a lot of yards.
So does that make them an undisciplined team then?
That makes them
as an 8-1 undisciplined team.
I don't.
They didn't pay the referees enough money.
I don't know if I can't.
Exactly.
I think they're
exactly.
I think they're undisciplined. I don't think they're undisciplined team. For me, if you're asking me, my opinion is they are undisciplined in key times of the game that they need to be disciplined if they're going to win that Super Bowl. You understand? Because those penalties in the fourth quarter, you should have lost that game.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so I wouldn't say they're an undisciplined team, but I'm concerned. This is multiple weeks in a row them doing this crazy penalties. I mean, encroachment when you're inside your red zone. Come on.
Yeah,
man.
I didn't understand.
Look at the ball.
Well, you do know the refs have to catch up with the penalties on the Philadelphia since they didn't get any when they played the Dolphins.
Hey man, I see no evil, hear no evil, man. I'm over here with that.
I know, Eric. I know.
I ain't see nothing. I ain't hear nothing. My name is it. My name Bennett, and I ain't in it. That's what.
Well, you also got to remember the last play when CeeDee Lamb was a little short of the end zone. Instead of running the pattern all the way into the end zone, he got to the 3, and they threw the ball there, and game over. He should have been a little bit deeper on that comeback pattern. But
that's undisciplined route running anyway. I honestly, he just ain't want that smoke. I mean, I wouldn't. If I'm him, and the coach called that play for me on that play, dude. Really, like, hey, coach, you really going? That's how you feel? But he did put up big numbers during the game, though. He had 194 or something like that receiving.
But let me tell you, Byron was right too regarding your defensive backs. You guys gave up 333 yards.
They're looking old. They're looking old.
Man,
Byron called it. Byron called it last.
Byron did not play any man against them at all. He played that sorry zone.
Byron called it last week. 333 yards passing. You guys total yards were only 292 versus 406 on Dallas. Here's what's weird. That's a pretty big number, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 109 yards rushing, which is good. 183 yards, pretty balanced. 73 yards rush on Dallas. They had 5.8 yards per carry. Here's the irony. It was less than a minute of possession time difference.
Well, then there it is then.
So
what is it? Hold on. So can we ask? Can I ask you guys a question real quick?
Sure.
And I'm gonna start with the Dolphins first. What is the identity of your team? Like, are you guys a running team? Are you passing team? Or like defensively, are you guys, man cover team? Like,
what? Right now the defense has gotten better all year. So right now the offense has been off lately, but there's supposed to be like a 60-40 pass run. And the defense has just been improving every game this year. So
what is your identity?
For me, it would be offense.
For the Dolphins, as far as the Dolphins,
the
Dolphins lead the way as far as, okay, this is what's going to take them possibly to a Super Bowl. It's just their offense alone.
No. That's not what your question. Your question was, what's the identity of that team?
Right.
And I'll let Paul. You're a Dolphin fan. I'll let you go. Sorry.
Right now, their identity's just the fastest team on the league. Offense and defense, really. And it's going to take the whole team to take them to the Super Bowl. They can't be one-sided.
Hold on one second, Eric. I'm going to give a quote from Mr. Paul. You ready now for it? It's a good time.
Okay.
Better than any. Okay. I don't want to set records. I want to see wins.
Wins. Yes.
Oh, is that accurate? Did I say that correctly?
That's right.
I don't want to see records. He ain't worried about Tyreek Hill's records. He ain't worried about that. He wants to see wins, and I agree.
I feel that too, because it's not an individual sport. So
no, there is no I in team.
Oh, no. So he might have an incentive to get 2,000 yards. A little bonus incentive if he gets 2,000.
He also gets.
I can care less as long as we win.
He also gets in the record books.
Not this bonus money. You
want to be legendary history. But I'm just saying, if it was me, Byron, what would you say the identity of the team of the Dolphins?
The Dolphins? Oh, okay.
Speed, Paul. He's the fastest team in the league by far. Mm-hmm. They got speed all over.
Yeah, but will that take you to the Super Bowl though?
That's a different question. Your identity has nothing to do with whether it's going to get you to the Super Bowl. Your identity is your identity, right? So,
right.
What's going to get them to the Super Bowl is both offense and defense. I mean, you think about it. Now, but look at Kansas City. What's the identity of Kansas City right now?
It's Patrick Mahomes.
It was, but not now. It's defense. No. Their defense is carrying.
You're right. It's flat defense.
Their identity right now is defense. Their defense bag is carrying them. Now, don't get it twisted though. When push comes to shove, my money's on Patrick Mahomes. Right? But right now, their identity is a defensive team.
So from the guy from the outside looking in, what is Philadelphia's identity?
Philadelphia's identity for me would be, I'd say, oh man, you guys are pretty good. I would just say you're a defensive team, defense first, because you guys had 5 sacks. You're controlling the team. But then on the other side, you control the ball. Like, think about it. You had 100 plus yards less, and you had to time the ball for the same time frame. And everybody's trying the Philadelphia shove or whatever the heck you call it.
Brotherly shove.
And then it's not.
I can put their
identity
in 2 words. Their identity in 2 words.
Referee.
Push.
Push.
Okay.
Push.
Hey, man, listen. I'm pretty sure if you guys,
but that's a component of it. They only did it twice against Dallas, right? So you can't
on the goal line of our own goal line.
Yeah,
and see, it's hard. You got to look at it because so many teams' defenses these days are your defensive backs are on the smaller side, like Zach Thomas was and everything. When Zach Thomas came in, he started changing the defensive backs. They all used to be big boys. Till Zach Thomas came in, and you started to see the way he was lighting people up.
Yeah, but he was a linebacker.
Okay, linebacker, defensive back, all of them. They're on the smaller size these days, a lot of them. And your offensive line is always 400 or 500 pounds heavier than your defensive side.
And taller.
Well,
so you're saying that's the reason why the tush push works? Is because of that reason?
That's part of it. Yeah,
it works because low man always wins. Low man, always
but
wins
it's not working for other teams
because they're not doing it the way the Eagles run it. You can see the difference when everybody else tries to do what they do.
They're not getting down as low.
You got an all-pro center and you got a strong quarterback.
If you ever get a chance if they ever show that view when they line up, look how low Kelsey and those guards are all lower than the defensive guys, because what they're trying to do now is they're trying to bring a guy over the top to try to get the quarterback, as he's coming forward. So they got a linebacker or whatever they're putting behind, their defensive line, and they're having guys to try come over the top, and that's not working either because they're low. I mean, they are lower than you really can see. And Rex Ryan said the only way that you would be able to stop that is the defensive line guys have to put their hands flat on the ground
and get smacked in the face. Basically,
I'm just saying get smacked. Put their smack and then get lower than what the offensive linemen do. That's the only way you're going to stop that. But
I think they literally got to dive. They got to dive underneath Kelsey. That first guy's got to dive underneath Kelsey, and someone else has got to lift the rest of them up.
Yeah, but do you see how low Kelsey's getting?
I understand that, but he's still got the ball.
He's the key component.
He's got a distance between his hand and the ball. You got to get lower than that.
The only way you're going to get lower than that is to lay down on the ground.
That's what I would do.
That's the only way you could do it.
I would do the reverse. I would do a tush push from the defensive side. I'd get behind.
But you can't do that. You can't do that.
Oh, no, you can't push.
You can't push.
Well, anyhow, that's what I would do. Paul, go ahead. What did he say?
No, it's what he was saying. You got to get underneath the offensive line to be able to stand them up.
Right.
Yeah, so you got to get low. But the thing is, listen to me, baby.
Who's going to put
the other team's got film. It's not like they can't watch the film and do the same thing. Are they that stupid? It's impossible.
The Giants tried.
Yeah, so what happened to Daniel Jones? They lost.
The Vikings tried it. There's multiple teams have tried it, and they're not as successful. Dallas won't try it. Every fourth down, they threw it. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that you guys control the ball very well, and your defense is good. Now,
so a balanced ball control football team.
Yet you're undisciplined when it counts, and that may bite you. And your defensive backs got a problem. So what helps your defensive backs is that your offense is controlling the clock.
So what helped the defensive backs is that the front four that had 5 sacks. That's what helps the defense. If you get a good pass, and you play defensive back, if you get a good rush, that helps the guy on the back end. And they did have 5, and they.
I think we passed. Are we past 30 sacks this year? Are we still on the same pace? I believe.
I'll tell you now.
The same pace from last year.
That's how you win champion. They get after
Yeah,
people.
but,
with
And
the
they
but,
ball.
talking
but,
about
Byron,
John
time out.
John
What?
P.
What?
Pierre.
What you said about the line is correct. Okay,
Right.
I'm not disagreeing as a defensive back, but you've got to agree if your defense is not on the field as much as other teams, it helps your defensive backs.
Yeah, you're fresh. You're fresh. Ready to go.
Well, no. Not only are you fresh, but just in general, right? You can't get beat if you're not on the field,
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
right? So if the offense is doing what these guys have been doing, why can't I get the full
Yeah,
stat?
but
Hey,
Philadelphia.
we about to pick up one of y'all guys. Well, your old guys.
Who?
What's his name? John P. Paul.
What?
John Paul
what?
Pierce,
Yeah, we about to
JP
pick him up
JP.
JPP? Why?
because one of our defensive ends not playing nice.
He wants another Super Bowl.
No, he wants to get to 100 sacks. That's who he was talking about the other day because he's at like 94. And
He's
he wants to get
with
100.
the Ravens right now, but he went out of there so he can.
Nah, he's home. He's home.
Oh, he's home.
Yeah, he's been.
Well, yeah,
he's a free agent.
Yeah, Howie already put the APB out on him already.
He ain't going there, man.
Hey man, listen.
JP, this will be his what, third ring?
Well, it would be
if they win.
Yeah, because he got two with you guys, right?
Well, he's got one. No, he's got one with Tampa, and he's got
one with the Giants.
One with the Giants.
Yeah, it's two.
Yeah, the Eagles right now have 30 sacks.
30 sacks. Yep.
Yeah,
that's right. That's about right. We on the same pace. We're on the same pace.
They're fourth in the league right now.
Who's one? Who's number one?
Ravens with 35.
Yeah.
It's the AFC though. They ain't no joke over there.
Then you got the Chiefs and the Chargers both at 31.
Really, the Chiefs that much?
I told you the Chiefs defense.
The Chiefs send everybody though.
Well, let's talk.
Everybody. They blitz from anywhere.
Well, Spags doesn't mess around.
That's because he's using our old defensive coordinator stuff. That's why.
Oh, stop! He won with Kansas City. He won with the Giants. That goes to show you.
And what playbook has he been using ever since?
His own.
His own.
Okay.
Come on.
Let that
Buffalo and the Dolphins both have 29 sacks.
Who?
Buffalo and the Dolphins both have 29 sacks.
What happened to Buffalo, man? They falling apart over there.
Their offensive coach.
Who did Dolphins play just this weekend? They played Kansas City, right?
Yeah. They played them in Germany.
They played them in Germany.
Which they shouldn't have lost to catch the ball.
Well, if you look at the stats-wise, we had the game won, but we just couldn't do anything offensively. Offensively, they were sucking wind.
Where were you guys at when you dropped the ball? Weren't you like on a 20 going in?
Yeah, we were penalized, and then you're talking about when
he dropped the ball in the last play of the game.
Yeah, he was to me, it looked like he wasn't prepared for it. Whether Connor Williams hiked it too soon or just hiked it off to the right too much, I don't know. But to me, it looked like
it happens, man. I'm just telling.
But to me,
not on the last play of the game.
It just does, bro. I'm telling you, your eyes are lit up. You think it's so easy, and you take.
To me, it looked like it was not prepared for it.
Well, you know how they teach you to catch the ball, right? The way they teach you to catch the ball is they literally, well, at least we used to teach. Maybe there's new ways, but we used to teach is you would write words on the ball, and you had to, when you caught it, you had to read the words, so you're watching the ball come into you.
Man, that's old school, man. What?
That's old school. I just told you it's old school.
Yeah, no, that's old. They always talking about me. That's old.
Well, it worked. Right.
Right.
So it didn't work for Tua. It didn't work for Tua.
Oh, God.
Leave Tua alone.
Hey, listen, I'm not Tua. I mean, Tyreek. Hey, listen, Tyreek's had a great year. So I mean, look, the guy messed up. You know, it is what it is.
Well, that gets me talking about Tyreek. That fumble couldn't have been called as forward motion progress stopped.
Fumble?
Yeah,
because he got pushed back.
Oh, you talking about when he snatched the ball out of his hand?
Yeah. He was pushed back like 4 yards.
That's his fault for not going down. Like, he don't have to try to break all them tackles like that, neither.
and I agree with you. I trust me, I agree with you.
That's
But-
his fault. He should have went down.
But wouldn't that be considered forward progress? Stop, because you ask a lot of people. There's times when progress barely stops and they're blowing the whistle, and the other times they got to get thrown back 4 or 5 yards before they blow the whistle. So it's all on whatever it is. We lost. It doesn't
Honestly,
matter.
this year, for whatever reason, I feel like the referees are swallowing the whistle a lot. It's a lot of plays that shouldn't have happened. You feel that way?
Yeah, I think
I feel like they're swallowing the whistle a lot. Like they're not calling as many penalties as they would have. Like for whatever reason.
But look at this.
They need to take all the refs and put them in a school to where they were on the same freaking page.
But look at this game, though. This game had the minutes were like, again, a minute apart from time of possession. You got there was 13 punts in the game, right? In the Giant Jet game, there was 13 punts just on one team.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
And you guys, you had only 30 more yards than them, but your passing was even with Patrick. Tua was 1 yard greater than Patrick Mahomes, right? And you guys outrushed them. But their defense, defense did well. I mean, the defense had they had 3 sacks. You guys had 2. You guys lost a fumble. They lost a fumble. No interceptions.
We had 13 more yards than Mahomes.
Yeah.
Mostert had 19 yards more than Pacheco.
And you were losing 21-0.
Well, we lost 21-14, plain and simple.
Back. Yep.
And Hill only had 62 yards with 8 catches. The problem is, because I think it's more than just Hill that wants this freaking 2,000 yards, is they're constantly trying to go to him. He was having an off.
So you're saying it's force feeding them he's force feeding the offense to him.
Yeah.
Because
he was having an off day. Even Tua said himself that they need to work with the other receivers more.
Well, Byron, what is it you say you feel comfortable?
As far as
when the quarterback feels comfortable with someone, they
just start feeding the ball. Look at same thing with Jalen with AJ Brown. Hey, I'm in trouble. Where's AJ? Chuck it up. AJ will go get it. But a lot of the great receivers are like that. Stephon Diggs, Justin Jefferson, when he's playing, a lot of those guys are like that. Chase.
And I understand that.
Burrow's on record saying, when I'm in trouble, I look for Chase. Throw it to Chase.
Yeah, but when you have a guy that missed 3 catches in a game, you got to look for somebody else.
I got a question. Right. I got a question, Paul. Why don't they give Waddle a little bit more?
He's been hurt. He's been hurt most of the year.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, what's up with him? Is it still his back or what?
At the Chiefs game, he got hurt bad. I don't know exactly what happened.
I thought it was his leg. Yeah.
But I think it was his leg, but he came back and still played well. But there was 2 or 3 times that he was wide open and Tua never saw him, never threw the ball to him.
Then I think you have a guy that's coming back, the rookie running
back.
Yeah, he's coming back.
All aboard the A train with A-Chan.
Yeah, he's a difference maker, big time.
Eric, what about your Eagles? What about your guy? Who's the second receiver there that's really good? He's also.
You talking about Smith?
No.
Yeah, Devontae. Yeah,
Devontae Smith. Yeah, I like him.
He was the one that caught the bomb for like.
No, I get it. I like him. I like to see him get a little bit more. It's hard when you get AJ Brown.
He's always going to throw to Brown because, why would you not throw the ball to Brown? This dude catch everything. Then on top of that, he's breaking tackles like nobody's business.
He's a beast.
What do you do?
He's a beast.
You can't ignore that.
There's no doubt, but there's I'm just saying, like I said, I took it back that they're throwing to him. I think it's good, but remember what the Bucs did to Tyreek Hill in the Super Bowl. Don't let that Super Bowl opposing team figure out, let's shut Brown down And
Well, the
now,
thing about Brown, then
now
at
you got
least
to
that
go
I
to
like,
Devontae Smith, and he's not ready. You're
yeah,
gonna have a
too.
problem.
Yeah.
You understand?
What I like about Brown, he run in cuts, but
And then Goddard is out too. I think he broke his
he
forearm.
broke his arm.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's out. So
He broke
they
his
don't have
arm.
the tight end. So it's gonna be interesting.
Oh no, we picked up the tight end from Denver. With the funny name. I don't even know how to say this dude's name, but he's pretty good. He just don't block. He just tell you straight like that. I'm not blocking nobody. Don't even ask me. Like, so they.
Well, I don't know if y'all actually saw the Chiefs and Dolphins game. The one thing that really impressed me was the defense was the best thing of the whole game, especially shutting down Kelsey to only 14 yards.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Well, what's her name? Was it there? Was she there?
Taylor Swift.
Nope, she
Taylor
was
Swift?
not. Nope.
There you go. That's why.
And exactly, because if you look at the stats, there are stats on her. For every game she's at, he has gotten 100 or more yards in receiving. The games she's not at, it's been less than 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. Whatever.
But we held him to the
She
lowest
may be
amount of yards
promising him.
since his
She may
rookie
be
years.
promising him something after the game.
Yeah.
Must be.
You get a T-shirt.
Nah, hey, listen. I'll be honest with you. Just in general, look at Patrick Mahomes. Is not playing Patrick Mahomes ball either. He's turned the ball over more than I've ever seen him turn it over.
No, I know.
Okay, that's why the defense is carrying him. Right, the defense is carrying him.
I agree,
and that's okay. But I think
what's their record?
They're 8-2.
Yeesh.
They're balling.
Hey,
you can't.
That's why I started the team.
And remember, they started off with their first game of the year was a loss.
Yeah.
Remember, I told you. I'm sorry. They're 7-2.
What I say? Who picked that game? Who they lose to?
I don't know.
I know the Lions. One of the Lions.
Oh yeah.
First game. Yeah. I picked the Lions.
Yeah, that's right. They did smoke them. You're right.
They did.
The Lions did beat them down.
They did lose to the Lions. And let's
Kansas,
see.
Kansas City 7-2.
Kansas City is 7-2, and your Lions are 6-2. Mm-hmm. But 6-2 in a weak division.
They still 6-2. It don't matter where they at.
All right, and so look, something I want to bring out. Our boy Carson Wentz is back in the league again. He's playing somewhere.
The Rams.
In LA. In LA.
Because Stafford's hurt again.
You just look at NFC period. It's a weak league. The whole conference is weak.
The division, it's not as strong as the AFC.
The AFC is a whole bunch of beasts.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like last year. Freaking the Bucks had a losing season and still went to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Brady. Yeah, Captain America on their team now. Come on now.
No, he didn't play last year.
He didn't play last year.
No. The Bucks?
No.
He
was gone already.
He was already gone.
He was chilling already.
No, Brady played last year. That was his last year. Yes.
No, he did not play.
Yes, he did because they just got their new. They weren't sure who the quarterback was going to be this year.
They did have Captain America.
Yes,
because
they won the Super Bowl. They went to the Super Bowl the year before, and he played one more year,
and it got trashed.
And got trashed. Yeah,
he did not get trashed.
Oh my
God! They ended the season 8-9. But still made it to the playoffs because they won that division with an 8-9 losing record.
Well, the Giants almost went to the Super Bowl, playoffs 2 years ago with 6 wins. When they were 6-10 or whatever they were, and they almost made it. But Philadelphia Eagles screwed us for the last game.
I don't know what you're talking about. Y'all been mentioning the Eagles in bad names all this whole podcast. I don't like that. We are 8-1 team, and we did it legitimately. Now, how you want to call it legitimately, I don't know. But I know we 8-1. You are. What your record says that you are.
Yeah, let it go, man.
Well, you look at the AFC right now. If it was to end right now, AFC North, the whole AFC North would go to the playoffs.
Yep.
That's who? Pittsburgh, the Ravens,
Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Cincinnati.
Cleveland got a great defense too,
and Baltimore. And then it would be Miami, Jacksonville, and
I like
Kansas
Jacksonville
City.
too.
Don't sleep on them Jags.
Yeah, I like them too. They hold on. Do they play today?
The Jags, Chicago plays against the Panthers.
Woo,
Yeah.
Oh my God! Somebody got to win.
I'm picking Chicago.
Oh, somebody got to win.
Okay, hold on a second, because I'm Buccaneers roster.
Are we still trying to look that up if Brady played,
Yeah,
man?
because it's freaking me out.
Yeah, let it go, man.
He played last year.
It don't matter.
It feels like
Eric,
it
you
was
and
so
I know.
long. It just feels like it's been so long that he was.
It seems like it's been like 2 or 3 years he's been
That's
gone.
right. Yeah,
that's how bad you guys wanted him going.
he was on
Well, I know why I wanted him gone because and Victor knows why I wanted him gone. Because the wife was making all the money and everything. And,
Yo, Carolina beating him. Oh my God!
I stand corrected. He did play. It feels like he's been gone for 5 years already. Yeah, but he was one bad call away from going back to the Super Bowl. The Rams shouldn't have been there.
Shoulda, coulda, wouldn't, didn't.
But anyhow, Carson Wentz going in there. What do you think about Carson Wentz?
I don't even care. Like,
what's his identity?
Carson?
Yeah,
he's the guy that helped us get to the Super Bowl. That's it. Like, all right, we'll take it from here. Nick, get in the game. Like, that's exactly how it happened. Like,
he got hurt, man. He got hurt his knee.
He got hurt, but he never got his job.
The guy can't win. He's got all the talent in the world, just can't win.
His confidence is shook. That's what it is. His confidence problem.
Oh, please. You get paid that much
I don't
money,
know about that.
Confidence.
I think he just got hurt. He got a bad deal. They went to his backup went to the Super Bowl, messed around and won the MVP at the Super Bowl, and he just been lost ever since.
Dude,
like,
what are you talking about? And then when you come to work, a statue of that guy's in front of the stadium.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the statue. I forgot about the statue. You gotta look at the statue before you walk into the building.
Quarterback, I walk into the building and my backup.
I forgot all about that.
There.
Well, I'm getting ready to bash Philly, even though I live around here. Why is it that every time somebody wins something around here, they want to put up a statue? They got the Rocky guy. Rocky, some mythical guy. They got the quarterback. Come on, really? A statue?
No, it's not that. Rocky was a figment. Is a figment of everybody's imagination. You got to fight.
They put a statue up.
What are you talking about? There's a real statue of Rocky.
No, I'm just saying. It was a made up character.
I know.
Supposed to represent. I guess you fighting for your life, like whatever. All I know is everybody in the United States of America around the world take a picture with it.
I thought I was confused with Brady not playing last year. I'm so glad you clarified that Rocky was a fictitious.
That's not
character.
a real person. I don't understand why people think that's real.
I really appreciate you clearing that up.
That is not a real person.
It is based off of Chuck Webner, the Bayonne bleeder because when he went 15 rounds with Muhammad Ali back in the day, that's what that is based off of. Rocky.
I never knew that. I thought that
Chuck
was
Webner. Look it up.
Don't listen to Byron.
He's the truth, man. Look
it
up.
You know what's crazy though?
Making it up because you don't know.
You need to look that one up, man.
But you know what's crazy about that is the fact that they put up a statue of this guy, and we actually had the heavyweight champion of the world here in Philadelphia, which was Joe Frazier, and they just put that up last year, and it's not even in the main part of the city. It's down at the stadium. That's amazing that even went down like that.
That's Philly.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
And then, Joe Frazier, they had Joe Frazier's gym is on Broad Street.
Yeah, it's sold now. It's a furniture store now.
It's not even a furniture store now. Now it's closed now. It's got Frazier, like you can see the outline on the side where it says Joe Frazier's gym, but it's closed down. That should be like a monument to that guy because he was Olympic champion.
Not only should it be a monument, he's the only person that beat Muhammad Ali. Like fair and square, straight up and down.
Here you go. Interestingly, Rocky Balboa is actually based on a real life person, Chuck Wepner.
Oh
wow!
What? Told you.
Wow.
Bayonne bleeder.
I never knew that.
The Bayonne bleeder.
Trust Byron, he pulls stuff out, man. Deny, deflect. I disagree.
Not this time.
I think Paul.
Yes, the Bayonne bleeder, since he bled a great deal during his fights.
Yep. Sure did. Bayonne. That's right.
So he became famous because he's getting his behind kicked, or did he really fight? Like, was he
No,
really a good fighter?
He
No, he got his behind kick.
started fighting on the streets in Bayonne, New Jersey, and his nickname was the Bayonne Bleeder since he bled a great deal during his fights, is what it says.
And listen, when you're from
That
Jersey,
doesn't sound like
when
a
you're
good.
from when you're from
That
Jersey,
does
the other
not
day, there's
sound
the
like a
Bayonne
good thing.
Bleeder. There was the Bayonne. What was the guy from Cinderella Man? What was he called? The Bayonne. There's a lot of boxers that were called Bayonne something.
But he was
Wow.
from Bayonne, New Jersey, though. Wepner.
So we got a New Jersey guy as our character, a fictitious character.
Yes,
Philly.
you guys are thieves in Philly.
Yeah, you got
Oh,
a statue of a backup quarterback, and you got a statue of a guy from Jersey in Philly.
This
There
is
you go.
crazy. You know what? Cancel the show. Turn
All right.
Cancel.
So let's see. Hey, let's see the games coming up this week. Okay, Bears, Panthers. Who you got, Byron? I'm picking the Bears, even though the Panthers are winning 7.
Bears.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Panthers.
Of course. All right, I'm giving you a 7-point spot. All right, we got to do our picks, Byron. Good game this week is going to be the 49ers and the Jags. Texas. Hey, Ohio State, gotta give credit. CJ Stroud, boys, playing.
Yeah, he's nice.
Texans against the Bengals is going to be a good game.
He's
He's
nice.
been rocking it.
Lions are charging.
Did he transfer in there, or he was there the whole time at Ohio State?
He was there the whole time.
He was their pick, yeah.
Nice.
Broncos, Bill, Jets, Raiders. That's going to be terrible. There's nothing going. Philly, Miami doesn't play this week.
No, we're on our bye week.
Yeah,
We're on our bye week too.
And the Phillies on their bye week too. Okay.
Come on, keep going. Come on. You get to the most important game of the week.
Well, I don't know.
Keep going.
That's it.
What, the Giants game?
There you go.
Why would I mention that? I don't want
because
to.
that historic
40-0 game. I don't want to.
No. With that historic 16.5 point spread.
Who are they playing?
In the NFL. 16.5.
They might as well not even show
Is
up.
that the highest point spread ever?
I don't know if it ever, but I know 16.5 now. That's high.
That's a lot of.
And they're
points.
gonna mess around and win.
They ain't beating
And
nobody.
I don't even know if I take that bet with 16.5 points.
16.5.
Hey, don't go against your guys now.
Man, I'm gonna go against them, man. I ain't messing with them.
Listen, man, listen to me. You know, you could tell when you when a guy is on your podcast whose team is winning. He's got nothing but love for your team that's getting his butt kicked. Oh, come on. You shouldn't be
Stay
giving
down,
up.
Rocky.
Oh,
Stay
Daniel's a
down.
good coach. You know, because our team is terrible and his team is doing really well.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't you think? I mean, because he's been nothing but, oh, come on, you guys have faith. I can't believe you're giving up.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna win the playoffs. Yeah, they're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, they're great.
You started the show in 1972 sucked.
I'm getting banter because I said some nice stuff about your team. I don't get this.
But why would you do something like that? We're in our misery right now.
Because he's winning. He cares.
Oh.
He has to play the nice card.
Oh, that's what they do.
Keep hope alive. Keep hope
alive. Oh, you guys
If Philly was getting smoked, he'd be talking smack about the
No,
Giants.
I wouldn't come on your show. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
yes,
lie
you would.
He stuck us. He's like Mark. He's
Who?
Mark.
Who?
Exactly.
There you go.
Paul, we got.
I'll be like that
friend of
Cowboys
ours
guy.
that's a
I'm
big
only
Cowboy
showing up
fan.
when we win.
Right? When the Cowboys win, I've never seen him text as much as possible. When the Cowboys lose, we don't talk to him for 2 weeks.
I know people like that. I know people like that. Yeah.
And we love Mark.
Yes.
He served our country. He's a national champion playing for Clemson. He's a great dad. He's a great man, great football player. But he is a typical Dallas fan, man. Yeah, boom. And he goes, missing in action.
That's like my son-in-law, the Bucks lose and I text him what happened to the Bucks. He won't send anything to me. But when they win, oh, what about them Bucks? How are they doing?
That's one thing about having a podcast. You got to show up every week, no matter what happens to
Every
your
week,
team,
good
man.
or bad.
Good
That's
or
right.
bad, you gotta suffer the pain.
Oh, it's a lot of pain. 16.5 worth of pain.
You guys are gonna let your quarterback play this week?
What
Which
quarterback?
quarterback? Tommy DeVito? Danny
That's the
DeVito's
guy
son?
from Jersey, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Danny
Don Bosco.
DeVito's son.
Yeah.
Um,
You said Danny DeVito's son?
yeah.
That's really his son?
Nah.
Oh,
No,
I was
no.
about to say, dang.
No. He's got a lot more height.
Made out better than his pop.
No, I wouldn't say that. His pop's done really well.
Yes, he
No,
has.
I'm talking about height.
I'm talking. Oh yeah, but I'm talking about money.
And he's a Asbury Park guy. He's from Monmouth County. Danny DeVito.
And yeah, the Jersey
That's
boys.
right. The Jersey
That's right.
boy.
That's right. All right. So
Well,
again, Paul, I hope you enjoyed the show. Welcome to our
Yes,
show.
it was very good.
Tell us a little bit
of-
about your show. When is it? And when
Well,
when
real
can
quick,
our
a little
fans
bit of
see it?
knowledge. I was actually born in Jersey.
Goodbye, the boy.
Hey!
Hey!
I was,
We knew
I
we
was
liked
born
you.
in
We knew we liked
I
you
was
for a
born
reason.
in Elizabeth, and I lived in Seawarren until I was 9.
By Woodbridge. Woodbridge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That's in
Right,
Central
that's
Jersey.
that's
That's from
next
us.
to us, per
We're,
fanboy.
we're Middlesex County.
My mother used to work at the Woodbridge Center,
Yeah,
Woodbridge Mall. Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
That's 10 minutes from us. I used to
If
walk
that.
there as a kid.
Why?
yeah.
What do you mean? Why?
Why?
Back in my day,
That's
I
what
used
we
to
did.
walk 1,000 miles in the
Yeah,
snow.
nowadays, man,
Up
parents-
hills both
I wouldn't
ways.
let my kids go to their school that was a block away by themselves.
I
used to
would-
walk, but
We went by horse and buggy, man, over there. The mall.
What y'all talking about? We catch Ubers everywhere. I don't know what you
Well,
guys are
Uber. I wouldn't know how to get to Uber.
talking
we have Boricuan and
Yeah.
United Taxi. United.
And Shorty's taxi.
And by the way, did you see how nice United and Boricuan taxi cabs are now?
Yeah, they're not the dirty train wrecks that they were.
They're
Back in the day.
Unwashed dark cars.
Unwashed. Lord knows who was in the back seat or what they was doing.
No seatbelts, smoking in the car.
Yeah, you don't need a seatbelt. Don't put a seatbelt on.
Yeah, no, don't worry
I may
about
have been born in Jersey, but I'm a Southern country boy at heart.
Ah.
That's right. Well,
But now we know it's Jersey.
All right, so do you call, all right, real quick. You call it pork roll and
W-
cheese, or you call it Taylor ham?
Taylor ham.
Oh my God, he's definitely not from Central Jersey. man.
Yeah, Central Jersey.
All right, so all right, well, gentlemen, hope you enjoyed the show. Tell us about your show and when people could watch it. When is it on?
Mondays at 12:30, Wednesdays at 8:45 p.m. And WCFL Dolphins Talk. We're on YouTube, Facebook under the WCFL Dolphins Fan Club, and on Twitter.
Awesome. And check in our link below. We'll have a link to his show below. Welcome to our show. You're always welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the show. You enjoyed the show?
Oh yeah, very much so.
All right, awesome. Eric,
It helped keep me awake since I've been up since 3:30 this morning.
Wow.
Oh man, well, good. See that we
Clocking in.
we keep everybody awake except for when we're watching the Giants. Then I go to sleep. So Eric, as always, we appreciate your time coming on the show.
Thank you.
Byron, my man, you're the best. All right, listen, we always try to end our show is remember the wounded warriors, right? We always like to let our fans know if you got, 5, 10, 15, 20, $50, donate to the Wounded Warrior Project. Help our military for those that come back that are injured and need some help. So please go to woundedwarriors.org. Also, the show is brought to you by, let me go, for your financial education, kids from 6 to college, Gravy Stack. We're big believers in leaving a legacy. And Gravy Stack, let me get my proper information is Gravy Stack is value creation for kids. It's created by the author of Value Creation for Kids, Scott Dowell, teaches essential money skills to kids for saving, spending, sharing, earning, and investing. Traditional schools lack practical money education. Gravy Stack bridges that gap. Gravy Stack offers a unique solution, banking and investing for app for ages 6 and up, combining gaming and real world financial skills. Excellent product for your kids, your grandkids, teaches them work ethic, gives them opportunities to learn, teaches them how to share, and they get a debit card, so they use it, it saves their money, and you're able to set it up. So, this country needs a lot better financial education and literacy than it has. That's why we're in debt across the board between student loan, the government, and just personal finance debt. It's terrible. Again, God bless everybody.
Whoa.
Yes, sir.
My sister, don't forget. Tomorrow is what? the Marine Corps birthday is tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the Marine Corps birthday.
Oh, you can't forget that.
Shout out to Miss Sonia Jones.
No, the other one. The other one.
Go ahead. It's your sister.
No, go ahead, man. You started.
Come on, give your
No,
sister
it's too late now.
props.
Go ahead, man.
Sylvia?
Vonda.
I said Vonda.
Oh, you said Sonia. Go ahead.
Oh, Sonia. Oh, yeah, that's right. Miss Vonda Jones. You threw me off. She's gonna yell at me now because you know she's
Oh,
listening.
yes, she is.
Miss the beautiful, eloquent Miss Vonda Jones,
First sergeant, retired Marine Corps.
First sergeant, retired Marine Corps. Awesome person.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. Byron also served. Thank you for your service.
Well, wait, one more thing.
Yes.
Saturday is what, Mr. Eric? Veterans Day. For those who served. There you go. There you go.
And my son's a major in the Army right now.
There you go.
Well, this is my dad and my dad's ashes. This month is my dad's birthday, Byron. So it's gonna be a tough month. We're going to see my stepmom. We're gonna have Thanksgiving up there. I'm cooking the turkey this year since my dad is with us. I just lost my dad, Paul, in end of June.
Well, I'm actually up here in Memphis right now. Came up to visit my dad because he's in a nursing home. He bedridden, and it's just a matter of time.
What's his name? With some prayers for him.
Barry Ferguson.
Barry Ferguson, with prayers for Barry Ferguson. My daddy was 20-year vet and has the Bronze Star. But anyway, gentlemen, God bless you and your families. Good night. And wait till next week, same time tomorrow, next Thursday. At what time, Mr. Jones?
8 o'clock.
Mr. Jones, 8 o'clock. No matter how many fingers you have, it's for 8 o'clock. Don't forget to see the WCFL Dolphin and look at our link. Smash the like button if you like it. Please share our show, guys, and get it out to as many people as possible. Join our show anytime you want, Mr. Paul. And we will talk soon. God bless. Good night, everybody.
Peace, love, and fins up.
All righty. Peace.